Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be taking a review on the Stolen Earth set, a set from 2008 from the episode The Stolen Earth, which was a two-parter. But I'll start with the most common figure, which is the 10th Doctor. So here is the 10th Doctor in his brown suit. He's wearing his cream shoes, which just appear to be... They are a slightly different colour, they are cream. You got the red stripe going all the way around, then blue stripe on both shoes, so they are Converse. The trouser detailing with all the pinstripes on it, all the pinstripes all over the suit. It's very nice. Mine does have some marks on it, it is quite old. And the face has a few marks on it as well as the neck, because this articulation rubs the neck off, so don't do that too much. No, it does have a really quite rubbery head. But he has a spotty tie under there, which is a burgundy colour, burgundy and blue tie he did wear in the episode. But he has his downy sort of hair, which should be spiky, but it's fine. It's definitely the 10th Doctor, you can tell. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you've got sideburns. It looks like David Tennant. They've never done a better head sculpt. The head moves that much. Shoulder rotation 360 degrees, 90 degrees at the elbow. Hands do not have articulation. If you try and move them, they will snap off. And that is horrible, and that's happened to a lot of people, including me in the past. So then you've got a waist articulation, which goes 360. The legs go up almost 90 degrees, and they go backwards quite a bit, actually. It's quite surprising. And it is a T-crotch joint, so they do go 90 degrees sideways. And then you've got a 90-degree bend at the knee, and that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. So yes, that's the 10th Doctor figure, which didn't come with the sonic screwdriver in this set, which is funny, but that's alright. The next figure in this review is the Dalek, which should be an assault Dalek for this set, but I didn't actually get this set. I've just got the figures from it, except for the Assault Dalek. This is basically the same as the Assault Dalek, except a different ID tag, and it doesn't have the Assault arm, except for a plunger, which happens to be extremely glossy. But yeah, this is a new mould. If you go and grab the old mould Dalek, you'll be able to see how the proportions were all wrong. And then they released this one, which is new, with a new mould. You get just a new sculpt all over, a new gun, new eye, new everything. And it's coloured really nicely. It does have a grey sort of base. So that was nice at the time. This one's actually a Dalek thing, I've just realised. Yeah, here it is. The Assault-ish Dalek. No real features. The articulation was the dome moves 360 degrees. The eye stalk goes that far up and that far down. And then you got a ball joint for the assault arm and a ball joint for the gun arm. And the paint is rubbing off of these, so you do want to be careful of that. And then at the bottom you have a rollerball wheel and all the legal information. It's very light, but it is definitely a Dalek, and it's detailed very nicely. I'm pretty happy with that one. So that is the Assault-ish Dalek. The next figure is Davros. So yes, this was the first release of the new Davros for the time. It was very nice. The colours on it they do represent what the original sort of Davros versions did have, except for a lot of changes. It's got the modern sculpt of a Dalek all the way up to this section, which you've got his control disc, well, his control panel area, which is done very nicely. It does have a translucent bit, which I really like, and it's all coloured nicely and differently, and it all varies. It matches how it did on screen, and I'm happy with that. For Davros himself, his head is... it looks exactly like it did on screen, and it's detailed extremely nicely. and if you take a look at that eye, his eye has been detailed with some little speckled parts in there as well. So yeah, they went to real depths for this figure. And you got all the latches and stuff. For the back, this part is rubber, and it will sort of disshape over time, so you might want to be careful of that. Here's the bottom of the figure. I think this is what the base of the real Assault Dalek would have been like, a sort of a browny sort of base. But yeah, the only articulation's on his arm, and the arm goes 360 there, 360 bicep joint, 90-degree elbow joint, and a hand joint. And his hand is detailed really nicely, as you can see, and it does match how it was on screen. It's very rubbery. The head does actually move on this, which is pretty new for Davros figures, and quite far actually. And yeah, this was the same Davros that we'd seen for all the modern years. Well, for the 12th Doctor as well. So you can use it for that as well, because it's the same exact thing. So that's pretty much it for Davros. Now for the main event, well, what I think is the main event, as it's one of my favourite Dalek designs, which is the Supreme Dalek. Now this is a Dalek in a dark red design, sort of a burgundy design. I really like the colour of it, and you've got gold as well, with that brown base again. And it does have these struts. Very accurate to the episode, this one. It's extremely accurate in proportions, and they've just done a perfect little job on it, all the way down to the ID tag, which is quite it's quite a simplistic ID tag. And then you've got the 3 lights as it had, and the black mesh sections, and it's just so detailed, very nice. For articulation, you get a 360 at the dome. Eye goes all the way up, well, this far up and that far down, which is just straight. And then you've got a ball joint for this arm, and this one's extremely tight. The way, if you've got a tight joint like this on a Dalek, you just want to push it in a little bit, and then it will unstick like that. Because this one was stuck for ages for me until I figured out that method. But yeah, that's this one. And the plunger arm is not glossy, so yeah, it's not glossy on this one, which I quite like the fact that it's not, because it never looked that glossy. But yeah, this is the Supreme Dalek. If I go and grab the other Dalek, you'll be able to see that it's taller in height, quite a lot taller, as well as the 18-inch one. I don't know about the 12-inch one because I don't have that. And here's Davros being the shortest of the 3. Actually, is he? About the same height, these two. And then the Doctor being not the tallest. I didn't realise that. Well, he's about the same-ish height as the Supreme Dalek. But that was this set. This set was a must-buy in the past, and I felt sorry for anyone who didn't get it, because it's absolutely amazing. Everyone strives for this set. It was one of the best modern Who sets that was ever released, and it still is to this day, because it was an absolutely amazing set, and an absolute amazing episode as well. Well, a couple of episodes. And these are the main characters. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this set. Please leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye.